Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. Today, a friendly or perhaps not so friendly battle in the Yellowhammer State that will resonate from the Tennessee River Valley to the Wiregrass. As we'll see, the UAB Blazers taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you along to get this one started. And the Blazers will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Auburn's offense is on the field for the first time today. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
To the air, it's Moon. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Touchdown, Blazers. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. So UAB's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And the ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. 10. Touchdown, Tigers. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Blazers want to move quickly. He's back to throw on second down. And they can't make the connection. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blazers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Moon. Coming after him. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They run the reverse. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Gets it out quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Simpson. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Blazers will snap it on 1st and 10.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are.
Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Moon. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. At midfield, he's got room. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Tigers are on the move. Got him looking run, he wants to throw. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Simmons. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Simmons. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Auburn lines up quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Dances away. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Intercepted.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On the run, it's Higgins. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Touch pass on the run. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. He's going to pass. Got his man down the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Blazers will snap it on 1st and 10.
I love the patience by the quarterback on this drive, too. He's not getting greedy. He's not forcing the ball somewhere where it doesn't need to go. He's just taking what the defense gives him, and this offense, therefore, is matriculating down the field.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. He wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got his man quickly. And they do a really good job, not as easy as it looks, to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Simpson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, UAB. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Yeah, and a nice job on 3rd down, managing the situation, understanding what I needed to get. Nice job reading the defense, handing the ball off, and the running back knowing I got to get to those first down markers and get that first down.
Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Throws for the tight end. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Corrals it at the 45. And the returner will be dragged down. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Blazers want to crank the tempo. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Off the boot, looking for his man. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
Well, that play-action fake just throws the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass. It's Moon. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dances away from the heat. He'll try to do it himself. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. Makes his connection. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. A run for the quarterback. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay.
Touchdown, Auburn! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Blazers will hustle to the line. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Simpson. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Blazers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to throw, it's Moon. Pressure coming. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
UAB 31, Auburn 14.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Back to throw, it's Moon. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And here comes the offense on second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Throws to the wideout. Rolls it in. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to move it through the air. And the timing just a hair off. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass on second down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
At the 39. First down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. He wants to throw here on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Higgins. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to throw it. Makes the catch. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, UAB! And the punishment has been extended.
UAB.
They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
14.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute.
It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, falls right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Here comes the two-point try. Now on the move. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Auburn, 22.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Gonna run it. It's Higgins. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Blazers racing to the line in the hurry-up. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. He's got it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
Trying to get to him. Got it in the middle. It's Becker. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. He's going to let one fly down the middle. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense set for a first down play. They go to the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Nice move to keep running. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has a second down play. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he'll make the catch at the 15. Touchdown, Tigers. What a grab and go for the score.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing the go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Calls his own number. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further.
UAB 38.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, I should have ran a better route.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
On second down, looking again to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. The Blazers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Owen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's third and short. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Trying to find his man on first down. It's caught. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. He makes the connection. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be second and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's Moon. Working the middle. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Motion from the offense. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Auburn sends out the punting unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the tailback. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. And the Blazers are in the hurry-up. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. The play action fake. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now they'll run the draw. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Blazers in the hurry-up.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On third down, he drops to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Jacksonville State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 21 to Florida State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Getting some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. Looking to throw, it's Moon. Pocket starts to collapse. They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions and kicking off, the chances of them winning just went way downhill.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
And the Blazers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
The Blazers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Moon. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. So he gets his own fumble back, but not enough for the 1st down, so they'll have to give up the ball.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got it behind the line. It's Simpson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
That makes the score. UAB 46, Auburn 28.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To the air on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Dropping back, it's Moon. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Offense set on first down. They want that clock to run. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the run, it's Higgins. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, giving 5 on the carry. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll try to power their way ahead. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. They're trying to get to it. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They want to just keep throwing it. Catch inside the 30 and still running. All by himself down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Higgins. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with a W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.